Kolbrin Bible, Book 5, Chapter 33. Speculation, Part 9. Whole chapter might retell the myth of Osiris, Isis, Horus, and Set, but the name for Isis doesn't match. MAN 33:12. Out of the land of God, to the east, came Osiris, who was one filled with the Spirit of God, the first vice-regent of God on earth, truly a God who walked among men, a true Son of God. He learned by communicating with the heart of God. What lesser beings can hope to learn only by long contemplation of the sacred writings? Yet, he said, not all can hope to see. It is not a thing granted to men. But even he who only hears and has faith in his heart, who stretches himself out to do good, who conforms with the teachings, who is one with us, he also shall attain to the glory of an awakened spirit. He too shall share the joyful heritage of a righteous man. I, who have journeyed the full distance to the fount of fire, lit a torch there, and turned back to meet you with the comforting light of its flame. Hence, there is no need for you to journey the full length of the long, weary road to see the truth. Verse 33:12, land of God to the east, could be a reference to the Sinai or even beyond that. Possibly a reference to the Mesopotamia region, which we consider the cradle of civilization. It is implied Osiris was taught by God. Osiris could be Osiris, but it could also be a title. Pharaohs were said to descend from Horus to get their claim to the throne even when they started a new dynasty. Maybe Osiris was used in the same way, but after the chaos of Set, Horus was a new beginning. Later in verses 33:40 through 33:46, Horus was instructed by the true God to select a few and start again, because it's hard to get people, once they've been taught the easy life, to go back to struggling and doing what's right. This is referring to unification of Egypt, and he was the first to rule over the two lands. This today we refer to as Narmer. Could it be like in Rome, who after the first emperor, the others claimed to be Caesars, and when Rome was divided for a time, there was two Caesars and two Augustus. The name of the successor to Julius Caesar, but Augustus was the title of the true emperors, while Caesar was the subordinates, even though Caesar was the first emperor. Could this be referring to a title and not the God? A heart of God I would interpret as listening to your inner voice, becoming self-aware enough so that you're not trying to dictate to others. Arrogance is almost second nature to humanity. It's humility that seems to come in waves, and only after suffering has been inflicted by the sanctimonious few that always seem to rise to the top till they control everything, and only by following will you have an easy life. Staying humble and adapt to changing times should be humanity's goal.